Welcome back, everybody. We are now on video number 8 of the back office tutorial series for Lead Jumper, okay? So, as promised, in this particular video, I'm going to actually go ahead and I'm going to create a capture page, okay? So, I've actually decided to do a base capture page because it's easier to create. You know, for the sake of time, I don't want to waste a lot of time on this, so I wanted to make it basic. Okay, so the first thing you want to do in order to see your page is you want to click here where it says page styles. Okay, now I believe I mentioned in an earlier video that my favorite style in particular is the blocked page, for at least for the base capture pages it is. Okay, so you can see here we have a pretty decent looking page already. Now, the first thing that I tend to do is I go to the image backgrounds, okay? Depending on what it is that you're promoting will kind of dictate what particular background that you choose. Um, Me personally, you know, I promote a lot of home business opportunities and things like that. So, you know, the idea of having a little bit of cash on the page never hurt. Okay, so that looks pretty good right there. One thing that I like to do, and that the owner of Lead Jumper recommended in a previous video that I saw, was to try to um, style your sheet based off of the background. Okay, so let's find a nice contrasting color for the the top the top block, the middle block, and the footer block. So let's go ahead and click on page colors. Okay, so now in order to access the color palette, you have to double click. Alright, so now I've double clicked here, and now you can see it adjusting. And I'm not quite sure why, but for whatever reason, I really like the way the gray looks on this particular page. Now, if you wanted to take a shortcut and use that same color for all three blocks of your page, all you would have to do is copy the color code and paste that into the following section. So to open up the the second block there, you would click on mask, highlight what's existing in the color code box, and just paste it and push enter. Okay, so now you're getting somewhere. Okay, so if you want to do the same thing on the footer, click there, highlight, copy, paste, enter. Alright, so now we've got a pretty decent looking page here already, folks. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to work on the headline a little bit. Now, obviously, your headlines and things like that are very important on your capture pages. Now, this video is not going to be about the science of copywriting, though, because this video is strictly to show you how to create your own capture page. Alright, so you know, for an example, I'll just use something that I would write for my primary business. Okay, so I will just simply put something to the effect of how to earn 2,000 through 22,000 every week. Alright. And you know, some people are more into hype than others. So I'm going to change that to month. I like my stuff to be more realistic because a lot of people don't barely believe they can make 20,000 a month, let alone 20,000 a week. So, you know, I like to target my information towards those who can actually believe that it's possible for them, you know. Alright, so tagline. Okay. if you have a computer let's change it. All you need is a computer and an internet. No, all you need is an internet connection and a cell phone. Alright, so now let me check the time here. Okay, 5 minutes. Alright, so now you want to change this part. This is a call to action section. So this is where you want to instruct people on the next step, okay? Okay. Enter your name and best email address below for instant access to the video that explains it all. Alright. Then something right here I just say get instant access. Okay, and this section here is left centered for whatever reason, and there's not a feature in here for me to be able to center it. So the way I do it is I just, hit the space bar a few times until it looks good. This one here looks like it's a little too far right, so I backspace it one time, and there we go. Alright. And you can also change the color of your headlines by double clicking the headline section. If you wanted to change the color of your subtitle, you would double click your subtitle, change your colors there. If you want to change the color of this, you click on body. It changes. Hold on. You click on body, it changes the color of your body there. And to change the color of your opt-in box, you double click right here. Okay. So I am actually going to change my opt-in box because I didn't like the red too much. Let's just leave it on white because I think the white flows a little bit better. Okay. So now you can go ahead and close the page colors if you're satisfied with that. Okay. Oops. Page colors. Let's close that up. Next, we have page fonts. So if you want to change the actual font style of your fonts, then you can obviously do that here. You have the font styles, then you have the font size. You can make it taller if you want your font. And this is your subtitle font, the font sizes, and the line height. Once again, to make it taller, I think. Let's change it and see what it does. It's currently on 30. Let's put it on 50. Okay, so that just puts spacing in between your words is what this does. Line height. Alright. And then the opt-in font, which is, let's change this, impact. Okay, there we go. And then, there we go. So that's the opt-in font. Okay, you can change the size and the line height there as well. Alright, so now let's go ahead and close the page fonts window. Let's go to button colors. Now, me personally, I don't like the red on this particular page, so let's look at some additional color schemes and see which one we enjoy. Personally, I think the green is the best color for the call to action button on this particular video. So now you can see that the styling for this video, for this page, is all set. The styling is all set. Now, to add your opt-in form, you would click either the envelope here or you would click on the little link, because they both really do the same thing. this is where it tells you to enter your autoresponder code. Okay, now for the sake of time and due to the fact that there are many different autoresponder companies that we're compatible with, I'm not going to show you how to create your own form. If you need help with creating a form, you can contact support through your individual autoresponder company, or you can look on YouTube for a video about how to do it on your autoresponder company. So I'm going to go ahead and click and highlight all of the code inside of Aweber. Now, one thing that I wanted to remember to tell you guys is that prior to getting access to LeadJumper, I had been using GetResponse for a while. I began with Aweber years ago, then I switched over to GetResponse, and then I'd say about a month ago, GetResponse did some things where they made it, I personally feel like they made it harder to create a web form, and the forms that I've been trying to create have not been working properly with my LeadJumper. So I just decided to go back to Aweber, and I recommend that you use the same, okay? So now I'm going to put in my redirect link, and your redirect link is where you want them to go after they've given you their contact information. So for some reason I can't talk and type at the same time, kind of like rubbing your belly and patting your head. So whenever I type, I have to kind of stop talking a little bit. But now we have the form and we have our redirect link. So let's go ahead and click save. Now there's only one thing left to do, and that is to title your page. Okay. Now I'm actually going to create another video that will probably only be about 60 to 90 seconds in regards to titling your page after we complete this video. But for the sake of time, let's go ahead and knock this on out. So, web page title, video test page. Web page description can be anything that you want, usually for SEO purposes, is your description. Alright, now I'm going to create a permalink, and I'm just going to title my permalink video test page. If you were trying to rank your page for any particular reason, you would obviously want to have the name of your keyword as the permalink. Now, Google Analytics code, if you wanted to add your Google Analytics to your page to track what's the activity on your page, you can input that there as well. Now, if all has been done successfully, when you click on save, it will save your page. If it does not save, that means that something has not been completed. And finally, let's go ahead and do one last thing before we save our page. Let's show it to you on the different views. Okay, so you have the computer view here, you have your tablet view held horizontally, you have your tablet view held vertically, which looks very good. You have your phone view held horizontally, and you have your phone view when your phone is held vertically. Now, one thing that Dan also recommended on your on another video that I watched, he said that it's a good idea to create your page in the phone format, because if it looks good in the phone format, it should look good in every other format as well. Now you can see here on this particular page, the phone format, the headline does not look very good. So that needs to be adjusted in some way. Now you could do that, but I don't like how that looks right there. So maybe you would pop this in here like that. That looks a little bit better. How to earn 2,000 to 22,000 per month, then come back up here, look at it again. I don't like that. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. Because, especially nowadays, a lot of people are looking at websites from their phones and their tablets, big time. Okay, so let's go ahead and save it anyway, just because I want to get this video done and over with, and then we'll be back on the next video. So let's click save here. It did save, so it worked. And now you can see in the current sales funnels that we have a new sales funnel that was created. So now I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and in the next video I'm actually going to show you the issue with naming your pages, because I think that it's important that you understand how to name your pages, okay? Because there's two options available for you. Now, we'll just talk about that in the next video, okay? So, before we go, if you are not a member of Lead Jumper, you want to get access to Lead Jumper, all you have to do is click on the video that's found below or above this video, depending upon where you're watching this, and get started today. Alright? Now, I'll see you in the next video.